Yo, what's up everyone? I hope you're doing well. Today I just want to do a very quick video. Well, actually might not be that quick, but I'm going to do a video on the Salomon Speedcross 5s. And I want to talk about the features of the shoe and how they all come together to affect overall performance of the shoe. Things like comfort and support. And I'm also going to talk about how they perform out on the trail and if you can even wear these just kind of casually bumming around town. I've been intrigued by this model ever since I saw the collaboration between Salomon and Boris Sabiri of 11 by BBS. Sadly, the 11 by BBS ones are incredibly hard to come across in my size. I wear a US 12 and I can't even find them used in US 12. But I went and opted for the all black pair, which you really can't go wrong with, and I absolutely love these shoes. I was really drawn to the functionality of these shoes. However, I was also drawn to the overall aesthetic of them as well. They seem very futuristic, like they could be out of a cyberpunk dystopia or even like a Star Wars movie or something. So that's really right up my alley, so I'm quite keen on that. One of the more unique features about these shoes is the very aggressive chevron lugs on the sole. It's designed for very loose and uneven terrain, and I'll go over more later on this video when I actually am out on a run and I'm just sharing my fresh thoughts on the shoes. But to keep it short and sweet here, the traction is absolutely amazing with these. However, my only real concern with these shoes is because the traction lugs are so aggressive, if you wear these too much out on normal pavement, you might cause a little bit of premature wear. It's kind of like if you had a pair of mud train tires on your Jeep and they perform really well off-road, but if you drive way too much just on pavement, it will cause premature wear. So kind of double-edged sword there. If any of you guys are watching have any long-term experience with these speed crosses, I would like to know how they've held up for you in the comments below. Anyways, moving on to the midsole. It is their Energy Cell branded midsole, and it's designed to be very responsive and it's very light as well. And even when you're out running, you do kind of notice the rebound on it. And the midsole does go kind of up and cups around the heel just to give some extra support and protection. But in combination with the Ortholite insole, it really does add a whole nother degree of comfort to this shoe. And I have a lot of comfortable shoes, but I have to say this is probably one of my most comfortable shoes. I went true to size and I have zero complaints with it. What's nice about these Salomon shoes is if you do have wide feet, they do offer wide versions as well. So again, I would just go true to size, and if you got wide feet, they got you covered. Salomon does have their branded Cincy Fit support upper, and that's all these zigzag lines you see here. In combination with the lacing system, it does provide really good support for your foot. And I'm not sure what exact material it's made out of. Visually, it does kind of look like a fiberglass-like material where it's a bunch of synthetic fibers kind of woven and welded together. I mean, obviously it's not fiberglass, but visually that's what it looks like. But that material goes up all the way from around the heel through the zigzags and up into the toe cap. And this whole upper, it is a welded upper, meaning that there's no stitching on it. I mean, other than like, the eyelets there. Now, I did not go for the Gore-tex version. I just went for the standard mesh version. It is more breathable than the Gore-tex, and it's cheaper too. So really, unless you live in a very wet climate or plan on running in the mud, I would just go ahead and opt for the standard version. Salomon says it's an anti-debris mesh, so hopefully it doesn't get all clogged up when you're running through the dirt and everything. I haven't noticed any dirt getting clogged in there, so that's a good sign. Also, there is a nice little toe cap here just to help protect your foot when you're out running on the trail. Also probably helps protect the shoe as well, increases the durability of it for if you were to catch your foot on a rock or something. The quick lace system works really well. It's probably one of my favorite features about the shoe. So it's super easy to operate. Just hold the end of the laces and put your other hand on the toggle. And then to tighten it, just pull the toggle down and the laces up, and it tightens throughout the shoe. And then to loosen them, just do the inverse of that, of course. But once you have it tightened, to tuck away all the excess laces, there is this pocket here, so you can just go ahead and tuck the end of that in there so it doesn't get caught on anything or it doesn't flop about, and it creates a much cleaner look to it as well. I find that once you tighten the shoes to your liking, it's really easy just to slip them on and off, so you don't even have to mess with that. Something I was a little bit concerned about was because these laces are thinner and they're really strong too, But because they're thinner, when you really do tighten them down, you might feel it against your foot. However, the tongue is nice and padded, so you don't notice that at all. Very comfortable. Anyways, those are pretty much all the main features of this shoe. So here's my impression while I was out on a little trail run slash a jog slash hike, because I'm a little bit out of shape with my cardio and everything. All right, I apologize for the audio and if the phone's a little bit shaky. This is my second trail run with these speed crosses, and first impressions out on the trail, the traction is incredibly good. The really deep lugs are very noticeable. Dude, look at my fuzz around my head, Jesus. So all the traction lugs work really well. The traction's on par, if not better, than a lot of my dedicated hiking boots. And even the lugs, like on the toes, when you're going up really steep stuff or you're running, you do notice that it does help. So it's not just for show or anything. Another thing that's very noticeable is the comfort. The insoles and the midsole, very comfortable, virtually no break-in period whatsoever. And also the lacing system does a really good job of supporting your foot, even when you haven't really broken them in or had them that long. So lastly, the breathability, it's really nice. I don't notice my feet getting hot at all. And a reason why I didn't go with the Gore-Tex ones is just where I live, it's pretty dry. So I would rather have the better breathability than the Gore-Tex, which is still breathable, but just not as much. So, and it's also a little bit cheaper too, these shoes. And so yeah, those are my initial trail impressions. I need to get better at trail running, because when I first started today, I didn't pace myself whatsoever. And I just had a coffee maybe 15 minutes before, and kind of felt a little bit sick to my stomach. Another thing I want to touch on is when you're going downhill, you know, like sometimes when you have like some kind of loose gravel and everything and your foot like slips out from under you, the traction legs that are kind of reversed actually do a really good job of holding your foot in place. I mean, these things are practically cleats for off-road. So yeah, that's something that is really nice, because I always hate when you're hiking or running and you're going down something like a steeper hill like this, and then your foot like kind of slips out from under you. I mean, it can still happen in these, of course. So it's features like that, like the really good traction and support, that really pushed me to get these instead of working out and running in my like normal like Nike free runs that I would normally run in. Because I'm not sure about you guys, but I would much rather run through the woods instead of on a treadmill or on the side of a road. So yeah. Even though these are trail running shoes, I do think you can wear these casually, just kind of bumming around town, especially if you do have like a techwear wardrobe. So here's just a very simple fit I threw together with these. I do have my Enfant Leve Hermes 2 pants in Scollier dry skin, very nice fabric. Probably my favorite pair of pants. Just a Uniqlo Airism t-shirt, and then the Rosen X Minerva overshirt. Very simple fit, but I really think these shoes match the whole vibe of the outfit. Someone who I think really pulls off these Salomon Speedcrosses really well is Lucky Itos. He got a white pair and he kind of did a little DIY job to make it look like a 11 by BBS model. And he wears a lot of like Arc'teryx, Valence, some really clean gray man style. But I think these look really good even if you're completely dripped out in acronym or anything drapier. Very versatile shoe, pretty easy to wear no matter what your style is. Now, because this is a more futuristic shoe, in my opinion, I think a little bit more futuristic outfits kind of match the vibe a little bit more, but that's just a general rule. My opinion, of course. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and link these down below, including the Gore-Tex versions, even just because I know a lot of people really do like Gore-Tex. I mean, myself included. It's just like I said in the video, it's just very dry where I live, so it made sense just to get these. But I do use an affiliate link, so if you guys do use the link, I get a teeny bit of commission from the sale. So I'm just being open and transparent with you. It doesn't add anything to the price whatsoever. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you to everyone who does subscribe. I really do appreciate every single one. And I will see you guys in a video pretty soon. So, see ya.